Alright, and we're back. I made a very loose and very light sketch of the general proportions for the car that I want to draw. Now, proportions say so much when you're drawing a person, when you're drawing a car, anything. It tells people what it does. So I give this a wide wheelbase, and I made it a real low car, as if to say it's a fast sports car. You could have made it have a big, thick back trunk if it was a van, or you could have made it high in the front and low in the rear and give it a truck bed. So there's a lot of options, but I thought for this we would do something kind of like sci-fi Batmobile.
Okay.
And so Mia's going to be my design director, and what her job would be is to tell me if she wants to make changes. Because Mia sold her awesome rainbow tie-dye van recently, so she needs a new cool car, kids. So
Yay.
I'm going to design Mia's new cool car. So real quick, it doesn't matter if you can't draw a perfect circle. Just have fun. Don't get stuck on the circles. You can just draw them loose and energized.
Like they're moving through space.
Yeah, they're just spinning. Like, notice how this looks like it's got a spin on it, like it's energized. Don't worry about drawing perfect circles. That'll come with lots of practice. So I'm starting with a really light marker to begin because I'm okay with the idea that I'm going to make errors. And I'm going to probably have to make changes too, like everybody. So, for a rough concept sketch, you always want to start light and then you go heavier as you decide that you like the car. We want to just be really energized with this. So already, look how fast that is to think of a really quick idea for your sports car. And if you don't like it, you can draw another one off in the corner. And, you could be sitting here sketching cars all day. Like, here's me drawing a little truck. And you just want to be fast and free-flowing, gestural, energized. I'm sure Mia has you do gestures of people. You can do gestures of anything. Here's like a little egg car. Think of it like making cartoon characters. And let's see, Mia, what would you like to see? Like a
A space car.
Space car. Here's a school bus, kind of. But notice how rough and loose this is, because you're just trying to get ideas out. So I think a space car would be kind of oval-like, spaceship shaped, but then the wheels would be low, and you would have a kick up here, and a kick up here, and a pod glass. And then maybe a neon light that strips all the way around it. So you look like it's a little, spaceship. And little aliens get hovered away in it.
Your famous alien.
So, and then don't forget the antenna. But anyway, let's get back to our car. But the idea here is, if you don't like your idea, you can draw 100 little tiny sketches, and when you find the sketch that you love, then draw it big. So that way there's lots of room to start over. So don't get worried about mistakes. Embrace them. So real quick, we're going to add dark marker, and then I think we're going to color it in and add a few little details. But this is just how to make a quick concept car. We're not going for hyper-realism.
Or photorealism.
Or photorealism. And then you might have like a bubble cutout headlamp if you want to bring some retro into the future. And then I like to do a drop shadow, and I'll show you what that looks like. That's a pretty common thing in industrial design, is to put a drop shadow, which is just like some general black under your sketch. Maybe some speed lines. Notice the gradient.
What is gradient?
Gradient is actually what I'm kind of drawing in right now. It's from black to white, and all the grays in between.
We like that word.
Now, real quick, I think I'm gonna put in just some crazy. What kind of wheels you want on this, Mia?
I want the wheels to be dipped in green paint.
Dipped in green paint. Okay. So style-wise, I think I'm just going to do a general kind of floral pattern like a twisted flower that's spinning real fast through space, just really quick and easy, like a propeller. And then you want this to be like plasti dipped in like a neon green. So I'm gonna again do a gradient because I like the idea that it goes from dark to light, implying that it's going so fast the color is fading right off of it. And then I was gonna do the car itself in red, and the thing about red and green is that they're contrasting, they're complementary. So I'm thinking instead we want,
I like complimentary though.
yeah, complementary is really nice, but I'm thinking I want to make them a little closer in color family, and I'm thinking of doing like an orange. Now notice that when I really brush the marker like this, it goes from dark to light really fast because the marker is drying on the paper. That way you can get shadows and highlights to run really easily. And then look at how much gradient you're getting with just one marker. Again, this is a really fast concept car. We're just having fun. And if this was Mia's future car, I think
I love those two colors. They look really nice together.
That's what I was thinking of, was your van was so colorful that I think that you need a colorful new car that you can go drive really fast to school, but safe. Real quick, I want to add a bit more contrast in the wheels because you see that the propellers are a little hard to see now that I've added the green, so I'm going to go in with black. Just really loose, really fun. These have rotational symmetry, which means they're supposed to look the same on every single side as they spin, but because they're moving so fast and I'm drawing so fast, the rotational symmetry can look a little rough and energized. And this is what we call a side orthographic sketch, which means that it's dead side view, and that is orthographic, ortho for short. And this is specifically a side ortho. And then real quick, let me show you how to add some reflection onto the glass, because I want this to have dark tinted glass. So real quick, I'm going to color that in. One solid color, I think. And you notice that my markers have two different sides. They have a chisel tip, which is hard and rigid, and then they have like a paintbrush squishy tip. I particularly like drawing with a paintbrush kind of squishy tip, but both are fun, and it's nice to experiment with both.
This looks like so much fun.
This is going to be a blast. I actually cannot wait to see what everyone draws, their dream vehicles. And you know, and it doesn't have to be a car. It could be a motorcycle, a bus. Let's see, what else could it be? There's smart cars. You could draw a drone or a little spaceship with wheels that pop out.
Fueled by water.
I mean, anything's possible in the future. I mean, we're thinking about the future, right? You could even draw a retro car at what it would look like in the future for you. So I don't know. That's just like a simple highlight. I kind of want to put some white sheen on that, some white paint. And yeah, that's a general idea. I also kind of want to add a little bit more contrast in the wheels, because right now they're just kind of flat green. I want to add a little bit of dark green in there to add shadow. And I know that was really fast, but that's, you know, that's how you can get a real quick sketch done. And now, just for fun, I'm like adding little details, but you know, none of that's a big deal.
Now I think we're going to be working with pencil, and then we're going to be using our special 5th grade markers.
Ooh. Yeah, it doesn't need to be done in marker. You can do concept car sketches in any medium you want. So there's a general idea of drawing a really quick, fast concept car, and maybe Mia will be driving this car to the future classes with you guys. thank you guys so much for giving me the opportunity to talk with you today, and I cannot wait for Mrs. Mia to show me all of your art.
I will.
Take care, guys. Bye.